Alright, here go part 2 of the Flash, Barry Allen, and Marvel. So at the end of the race, right, the runner said he was going to take him to another race. It happens in issue 58 of Quasar. It says, elsewhere on the Milky Way galaxy, the fastest man born on Earth, the eternal Makkari, runs through the quasi-physical realm. His trainer refers to it as the Tachyon Tunnel. Here in this higher dimension of our cosmos, the speed of light holds no sway. And approaching light speed brings no relativistic acro of infinite mass. As Makkari's cosmic energized limbs move with the velocity he only just recently attained, he has no conscious thoughts, and indeed he now travels faster than the speed of thought. It's a paradox. He has mused that in order to achieve his goal, he is required to abandon all goals and become one with movement itself. But when he is relatively at rest, his goal is as simple as it is all-consuming to not be just not the fastest man on Earth, but the fastest creature in the whole galaxy. Before long, he will have the chance of a lifetime to prove himself worthy of his ambitions. Suddenly, in the blanket of the consciousness, a thought in the alien tongue responds. It takes 250,000 miles for it to register as what it is. Emerging from the Tachyon Tunnel, he eases into the world of his departure, the planet Grassagumbik. And it's his master that lives here, right? His master is like, I would not have interrupted your training session, but I have but moments left before this form wears out, and I have something I must tell you. You must participate in the great competition. Millennia ago, a swift alien arrived to invite one of a number of participants in a race to determine the fastest being in the galaxy. Nobody wanted to join accept the challenge, but the visitor left a box to transport them to the starting line. He said, you are my best student, capable of speeds and distances far greater than any of my race, because this race is super fast. That is high praise, sir. For you, Grossum Birkin Beacons, whatever the fuck, they supposed to be among the swiftest races in the galaxy. He already remembered the runner from the last issue. If you pressed on my comment, that's what he remembered that shit from issue 17. He said that he's already fucking finna start this race. Go there. He said, I'll do what I can, mentor. He tells him, remember, the secret is in your mind. You must send your mind past all limitations. Become speed itself. He's like, I understand, sir. So he started to die. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna win this for him. So he leaves, go to that box, and he pops up out the race. You see this dude right here? That's the Flash. His name is Fast Forward now. While that's going on too, Quasar's on the edge of Earth's atmosphere, but it's not normal Earth. It's an Earth from a different multiverse. It was brought to this cosmos by the power of the cosmic scientists who whelmed to study it. If you want to know more about that, you got to read Star Blast issue 4 and Quasar issue 57. The issue before this. And he's there because there's this barrier across the damn Earth, but he can't get in there, and his girlfriend there, and his girlfriend had the Star Brand. I did a video on that too, and it was dangerous to the Living Tribunal. The Living Tribunal the one that put that shit up there. So he's like, all right, I'm finna go talk to the Living Tribunal. This is where he disappears in a burst of energy. So the runner was like, well, what brought you here? Failed finalists come to watch the great race to how splendid. Quasar was like, no, runner, I came to compete. He's like, sorry, sport, but when you lost the Earth race to my friend Fast Forward here, you forfeited your spot. What you talking about, issue 17 against Barry. He said, man, you gotta let me race, bruh. I'm faster than everybody here, I swear it. He said, tell me what, sport. If you can run our qualifying track over there faster than our slowest contestant, you could take his place. He was like, sure, I could do that shit on one leg, cause he's ass race on one leg and beat that motherfucker instance later right here. He's like, all right, cool, you in there. Hey, get the fuck up out of here. He's talking to this little alien thing right here, right? That's when fucking Barry, aka Flash Forward, came over and was like, congratulations. He's like, huh, Fast Forward, huh? He said, I still can't remember my original name, but it's better than buried alien, isn't it? He said, yeah. He said, so you never figured out who you are or where you came from? He said, I get shadowy impressions sometimes of people I've known who've been altered almost beyond recognition. Basically, I put all that behind me. I get the joy out of just running. That's all I need to know now. So the runner put these bands on his arm, right? They was going to generate a path for him to run on. That made him think of Quasar. Quasar at the bottom, right? He goes to the dimension of manifestation, a strange realm where bodiless beings assume form. He like, Anamorpho. The motherfucking place is like, Quasar, this is a pleasant surprise. He said, I need to talk to the Living Tribunal. Could you point the way? He said, man, do you know how hard it is to find a fucking being in the near void? I'm gonna make a guide for you. Here you go. And then that's that ball thing, right? Anyway, the race start, right? Go. That bitch start off. So everybody take off. They go up this ramp, right? And they said that mug is like they going so fast they was able to escape the pool of the starting world's galaxy. That's how fast they was going. Beneath them, while they was running in space, you seen that the little things was running on them so they could run on it. It also provided them like air and shit like that, atmospheric requirements. But you see this little motherfucker? He started to cheat because he said he had to win at all costs or his people was gonna be dead. So this motherfucker put a damn baton on this millipede thing. Fucked him up. He was having to run around this thing all day. Then he run up on the turtle, fucking his ass up. Quasar still going through the dimension of manifestations. He sees a version of the living tribunal, but it's not the living tribunal. He says that's not the manifestation here nearest your time error. We must keep going. So the three fastest people right now is Makkari, Barry, and the runner. Barry is moving fast as fuck though. He was able to look behind his ass. He said, that's peculiar. Makkari and the runner are keeping pace with me, but what happened to the other? Surely we haven't left the others in the dust so quickly that we are the greatest runners in the galaxy. Thing is, if I twist to look behind me, I'll throw off my pace. So the motherfucker Rabbit came up on this girl with this little wheel thing, fucked her ass up. Then he's about to throw that bitch at Makkari, right? Before that, Flash was thinking in his head, he said, I managed to pull ahead a step. I'll be able to spare a backwards glance in a moment. The runner was thinking in his head, like, he dares outdistance me at this early junction. Makkari thinking in his head, like, close my eyes, become one with speed, forget the others are here. So that's when the damn rabbit was finna hit Makkari with it, right? Flash saved his ass and beat the fuck out of that damn rabbit. Barry said, well, I'll never be able to catch up now, but at least I've ensured the rest of the race will be a fair one. Good luck, Makkari. Show that runner what you're made of. So Makkari was like, hey, what happened to Fast? He was out there just ahead of go. What happened? Quasar finally meeting up with the Living Tribunal, right? He tells him about the barrier that's around that world where his girlfriend down there. He just wants to see her, and that it was a mistake. He tells him all that shit was his fault. The damn Living Tribunal was like, I don't give a fuck. That shit ain't possible. The Star Brand is too dangerous and to be brought into the greater universe. That woman still possesses a fraction of it. Therefore, she must be kept under quarantine. He's like, I'm the one that did it to her. He's like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, all right, after talking to him, he's like, all right, I'll let you go down there under one condition. You gotta live down there forever and give up the goddamn quantum band. It's for the balance of the greater universe type shit. Make your decision. His head was down. So back to the race. Motherfucking the runner was like, Makkari is running on my heels, the finish line but a short sprint away. How can this be? In the thousands of marathons I've been in, no one has ever been hanging this long. So Makkari was like, I can't seem to close the gap between them. I don't have it in me to go faster. I'm not worthy of my lifelong dream. No, I must push my ambition out of my mind and concentrate on nothing. But the sheer joy of becoming speed itself as he closed his eyes. His eyes shut, his mind is empty as the intergalactic void. Makkari finds an untapped reserve of power deep in the wellspring of his being. He feels his life becoming light in both senses of the word. He has run out from under the burden of ambition. And in doing so, he has become light, which moves at the top possible speed in the universe with no other reason than it can. He is not aware that his ass been past the thing, and it took his ass 53 million miles till he finally realized that he passed the fucking thing from the little device on his wrist telling him that he needs to stop. So Makkari wins the race. See this road runner motherfucker behind me? Under me, he the one that give him his medal. Right here, there you go. Anyway, as soon as after he won the race, Makkari leaves and try to go tell his friends about it, right? But he was noticing the motherfucker was just standing still. So he goes around to try to go get some help from everybody else, like the Eternals and shit like that. Everybody's standing still. So he comes back, right? The racer was like, oh, you back, huh? Makkari's like, hey, you're moving, but this lady is a statue. What's good? What gives? It seems you have mastered the gross Gumbar beacons, whatever the fuck, secret of absolute speed all too well. So what do you mean? You were taught to break down the mental barriers which limit to your speed, weren't you? Yes. Well, old boy, it seems the Grosenbeaks neglected to show you how to put them back up. Your mental processes and perceptions are now set at hyperspeed, and you can't slow them down even if you try. Only the super fast like myself can talk to you. Everyone else is moving so slowly they're like statues. Like, there's a cure? He's like, nah, I never learned that shit. That's why I never fuck with the Gosenbergers. That's all they care about is speed. And they don't give a fuck if you can't keep up with them. That's when another elder, the Grand Master, came, and he ain't as fast as them, but he says, I have control over time and space. He said he'll help him if he join another race that's finna happen. This one's gonna determine the fastest being in all creation. Makkari tells him no, so the motherfucking runner was like, well, you stuck with me, the runner up. He meets up with Barry and shit, right? They decide to help each other. The runner said there was supposed to be a rematch because of all that rabbit. Makkari said, I'm good. The runner get mad because he can't find out who the fastest. And Quasar said no to his girl.